Hi, I'm Bobby Burkett. Let's go learn about public works together. And I'm here with Kevin Nelson. He's the supervisor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, explain to me a little bit about these pits that we have.
So our pits are an essential part of our operation on day to day. I think we have access to about 8 pits. And so how they're essential is taking out different soils, carrying the roads, different projects that we have going on. But a lot of times we now, like in the case here where we're at this pit, we actually stockpile dirt to use for them projects. We can bring other dirt in, maybe mixing different materials with that dirt to put on roads. And so we do have some pits that we're digging clay out of to use on rough projects. But since we don't have as many pits as we used to, we're trying to keep, it's beneficial for us that if we can take these pits and sometimes before the job, we can bring that material in, we can stockpile it there, and so it's closer to the job, so therefore we don't have to move back and forth, lose time. It helps us to be a little bit more proficient, helps us to be a little bit more in our time to get through that job.
Right. I noticed we got some recycled asphalt, look like here. Is
Yes,
this
sir.
where we stockpile?
We stockpile it here, yes sir. We do have some in some other pits, but mainly here is where it's because most of the roads that have been milled, and this is where it's come from, the county roads that's been milled.
Yeah.
We bring it here to utilize it here and to go out to other jobs.
And we use this pit here mainly for a laydown yard now.
Basically, yes sir. We'll bring in, we have actually, if you'll see that sometimes when we're wiping ditches, we'll bring, if the dirt in the ditch is not going to be beneficial for us to reuse, well then we can reuse it out here and
Reclaim some of the.
yes, correct. Yes,
reclaim
sir.
some of the. Okay. I know it's got a fence around it. All pits require to have a fence according to county ordinance. Correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
And
And that is all for the citizens' protection.
Yeah.
We don't want no children to come in. I mean, our pits is very inviting, and so we don't want nobody to get hurt. That's correct.
Yeah, and we don't allow anybody coming in the pits other than county employees.
That is correct. That's correct. The citizens, as far as access to the pit, there has been times, I know in the last year in the tornado event that we had, we provided a place, a pit for the citizens to bring in the vegetated debris that they had blown down, and we would take care of that for them. But in times of flooding, hurricanes, different flooding events, we will take sand and stockpile it in various locations of the county for them to be able to use that sand to prevent flooding, fill up sandbags and things.
This pit doesn't have any clay left in it, and most of our pits don't have any clay left in it, right?
That is correct.
We're running out of
we
clay.
are running out. As of right now, we have 2 pits that we are actively digging clay, and one's in the very north end, and then one's in East Milton. But it's both are getting very low.
We're going from the clay base to a rock base on our roads.
That is correct, and that seems to be it's actually cost-wise because once again we can't control the weather.
Yeah.
And so clay, once it gets wet, if it's a big rain event, and we're almost ready for a road to be paved, and it can create us some trouble.
Yeah, then you have to go back and redo everything.
Do again.
So it makes sense. Let's go to the rock base.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
And here again, we are running out of clay for these pits. We don't need to be opening any more pits.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. I noticed. What's he doing here?
So right now, the operator, he is mixing a little bit of dirt. He's actually mixing some clay. That's going to be one of the men that's on our drainage crew, and so they are have been changing a pipe, and so for compaction, now that's what they're doing. They mixing that clay. That's pretty good clay, and so it may be going for an area that has maybe not real wet, but it could be. And so, but that sand will help soak up some of that water, and he'll get the compaction that they'll need on that.
So we use this pit daily.
This pit is used daily. This pit also is on the other side of him over there where that crane is. Our bridge crew utilizes this pit. They actually stockpile a lot of their stuff here. That is actually a jig that is set up that we can pour any bridge, the deck of any bridge that we have in Santa Rosa County, 25 foot, 50 foot, they can pour on that jig. And what that does, if they pour the deck of that bridge here, that keeps them from having to pour on site. If they pour on site, then we have to wait 30 days before we can turn traffic loose for that to cure. We can pour a bridge right now that we're going to build next year. And so it'll be cured. They can just haul the deck through that bridge, set it up, get everything, get the approaches set, and the bridge can be open in a better time frame.
Awesome. So this is actually cost beneficial to have this jig set up here.
Yes, sir.
And expedite the bridge replacement, or if we had to build a bridge.
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. That sounds great.
They always wanted to try to maintain or keep on site at least 100 foot of bridge, just in case something happens.
Yeah. And how long? You said 30 days before they can.
So if they pour them,
traffic on these.
Yes, sir. This deck right here was poured on that jig over there. They let it sit for 30 days. What's attached to it right there is lifting eyes, and they lifted it off and swung around and set it right here. And so for a bridge, when they get started on the next bridge, when they get the pilings driven, and the stringer set, and they're ready for a deck, all they got to do is pull up here with the trailers. We'll load the deck on top of it, carry it to the bridge, and then set it on the deck, and it's ready. Other than put up the guardrails, fix the approaches, and they're ready to be opening a little bit quicker.
And the reason you've got them poured in these sections is for place expansion joints.
Yes, sir. That's correct. Yes,
concrete does expand.
It does. That is correct.
So we're doing this to replace all those wooden bridges.
All the wooden bridges. Yes, sir. Now every one of them is concrete and steel.
Kevin, I appreciate
all
the information.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the job you're doing. And
well, thank you, sir.